2001, the Vine Trust from Bo'ness, an international interdenominational charity, sent an ex-Royal Navy fleet tender to the Peruvian Amazon to work in the development of a health service for up to 100,000 people. Since then, much has been achieved in the development of the Amazon Hope Medical Project, and from those humble beginnings, significant things are now happening. Throughout Amazonia, with a quarterly visiting health service being provided by Amazon Hope 1 and Amazon Hope 2, and through the participation of over 100 volunteers on an annual basis from throughout the United Kingdom. We're also involved in developing Scripture Union Peru's street children's work, which we have been partnering with them since 2001. And by the end of next year, over 300 children will be in full-time residential facilities provided by Scripture Union Peru. We very much hope that you too will become involved in supporting this work and connecting with people in order to change lives. Currently, our support involves sending in excess of 300 volunteers each year from the United Kingdom and the United States to work alongside Union Biblica personnel in delivering the health service and constructing new residential centres for street children in Iquitos, Ica, Yungay, La Merced, and shortly in the Sacred Valley near Pisac and Cusco. Why? Because we all believe in the dignity of human life. And for those people of faith, we also believe in the sanctity of each human life. In Victorian Britain, we faced similar issues to those faced by the poor of Peru at this time. Child labour, exploitation, malnutrition, and even child prostitution. Our great cities also suffered from cholera, typhoid, and the inadequate supply of clean water and sanitation. Through this project, which started with the efforts of one man with a football playing football at Plaza San Martin in the heart of Lima with street children back in 1989 during the terror years of Sendero Luminosa, remarkable progress has been made. Children, once hated by an indifferent public, have grown up to become successful young men running micro-enterprise projects, which in turn fund the ongoing children's work. While others have graduated from high school and college and now make their way in life in many vocations, including accountancy, engineering, carpentry, and baking. And several people from the business community are networking to secure support for the growth of micro-enterprise projects within Peru in order to provide for the project's long-term needs. A major need at this time is securing sponsorship for 1,200 barrels of diesel fuel for the Amazon Hope Medical Project, to enable Amazon Hope 1 and 2 to work 3 weeks of every month, delivering care to the river communities. On a typical trip, over 2,000 people will be seen by the vessel and its crew. In 2006, 50,265 patients were seen by the project, which we aim to double with the arrival of our second ship. Vida Peru is also seeking to support the project through providing the drugs required for each ship and our clinic in Puerto Belén, Iquitos. Another example of support was the gifting of a second ship, Amazon Hope 2, and its 11-month refit, courtesy of BAE Systems at Barrow-in-Furness, UK, and the local communities and businesses. Our hope is that you too will become involved in supporting this work, and in so doing give hope to some of the poorest people of Peru and reduce the poverty that afflicts so many. One of the great lies in life is that ordinary people can do nothing, that the problems are too great, and that we need to leave them for other people to deal with. In the UK, it was the writer Bertrand Russell that reminded us that the worst sin towards our fellow creatures is not to hate them, but to be indifferent to them. This is the very essence of inhumanity. So there it is, something of an update of the work of Vine Trust. And since filming, many good things have come to pass.
In 2009, over 100,000 patients were seen by the Amazon Hope Medical Project for the second year running, and we're now confident that that will continue going forward. In terms of children's homes, 2 new homes have been opened since filming, one in the Sacred Valley and one in Ica, with a third in Chemo due to open in the spring of 2010. And the fuel that we spoke of has been also given for the next 4 years. Lots of good things happening. And schools now beginning to go as part of their senior pupil global citizenship programs. And we're very excited at that. And the big news is a home for the Trust. 2010 is our 25th anniversary, and during this year the Trust will be moving to a barge in Leith, thanks to a berth being given by Forth Ports free for the next 20 years. And the barge will become the first centre for global citizenship in Scotland, and we hope very much to be welcoming school pupils and others to visit the new facility in Leith, adjacent to the new Edinburgh tram route in the spring of 2011. For your partnership, we thank you very much, and for your interest in the work, and I very much hope that in the years ahead we might be able to welcome you to see firsthand the work in Peru and the connections that we've been making in order to change lives.